Welcome everyone to Mindfulness with Marcia. Keeping with my mindful presence with nature theme that I seem to have been sharing lately, today I am pondering. It came to me this weekend while I was outdoors, and I was thinking about where would I want to be? I mean, I'm right there by water, but I also love mountains. And when I compare mountains or being in the presence of water, I question myself about what was it, because both have held a really favorite place in my very soul as long as I can remember. And while I was not really in the presence of big bodies of water like an ocean, although Lake Michigan was not too far away from me, but it wasn't like I was there every day. I was in a swimming pool, as I had mentioned before, but I definitely had not been in Indiana around mountains. And so when I would be around mountains, they always just would capture my very being the same way water does. I mean, when in the presence of water, I feel freedom and a sense of calm. And if it's rushing water, a sense of moving through and letting things pass and moving on. In the presence of mountains, it's quite a different presence. The majesty, the steadfastness, and reaching into the heaven. It always takes my breath away, even when they're far away and I just get my first glimpse. And as I get closer and they rise up from the earth, sometimes disappearing in the clouds that gather around them, well, they just seem to be visual symbols of earth reaching up, up into the heavens. Culturally, amongst people, mountains are almost always considered holy and spiritual places. And the energy at the top of a mountain, at the summit, is undeniably unique. Many a human being has climbed to the top of some of our world's most largest and tallest mountains in order to connect with that higher source of understanding. And many say that they come back feeling stronger and wiser. For me, mountains seem to capture my imagination, calling me to want to scale to those heights, to perhaps circle and worship at the foot of a mountain, and to pay homage to a mountain's greatness. Mountains can be seen thousands and thousands of miles away, and if we're lucky enough to be on top of one of them, well, we can see stretches, great stretches and expansions of the surrounding earth. As a result, often mountains symbolize vision, the ability to rise above the adjacent lowlands and see beyond our immediate vicinity. At the top of a mountain, we're able to witness life from a very new perspective. Those cities and towns that perhaps we traveled through getting up to the mountain, well, when we were in them, they seemed so large. But when we're in the top of the mountain, they look so tiny. We can take the whole city in just a single glance, regaining our composure and our sense of proportion as we realize how much bigger this amazing, beautiful world is than we sometimes remember it to be. But my friends, perhaps for me, it's the steadfastness of a mountain. The fact that as I look at them from the bottom, but especially if I'm up higher, even not at the summit, and look down on the mountain sides, well, I get captured in awe at how long, how many decades, how many years, how many centuries this mountain has remained. For years and years and years, the base of the mountain has been strong, secure, providing a foundation for all the life that is from the base all the way up to the summit. And despite climate and season changes that can often be really severe and harsh, the mountain is stable and provides support for that myriad of life on its slopes. There's a reason that mountain views are so highly prized in this world. And I think part of it is because from even a distance, mountains remind us of how small we are, which often comes for some of us, I know for me, as a wonderful relief. So this week, while most of us will probably not have a mountain view outside of our window, we could find a photograph, even if it's on our cell phone, of a mountain. And if you'd like, get it printed, find a postcard, and post it in a spot where you see it every day, so that you can pause on how you can rely on these earthly giants, these earthly mountains, to provide inspiration, vision, steadfastness, and a daily reminder of how humble our place is in the grand scheme of life. Remember, I started with mountain or water presence. Which do I prefer? I think I prefer a mountain with an amazing waterfall. That way, I can enjoy both. Until next time, stay safe and be well.